Hey everyone, it's Pojo. I have been pretty sick the last week, so we had kind of a rather serious delay, but we're ready to get back into it. This is the bomb disposal mission. It's going to be taking place on the highway, so we're going to be running into that as soon as we can. We're taking all of our specs along with us today, since we have basically 5 people who can come in. We've brought a ton of flashbangs, a ton of HE grenades, a sniper with a Marksman Rifle. We're going to be going for high mobility and lots of killing power, and that's going to be the basic objective here. Considering, I'm actually probably going to run a shotgun on one of these guys. Yeah, that seems right. We're going to be encountering thin men, and our damage is not going to be that high, so that should work out pretty well. Actually, it is a roadway mission, so you know what? We're just going to change that back. Alright, so, yes, I think we're good here. Assault, engineer, snipers, yes, we've got everything we need. Let's go in. So this takes place on the split highway map. It's a big, long, extremely tricky area.
Australia has sent a number of requests
and now that Thin Man drops are randomized, we're going to have to be very careful about how we go through with this. Getting bomb disposal in the first or second month is definitely not what you want to see. You really want some of the easier missions like Target Escort or Van Dorn, of course, because who doesn't want Van Dorn on your team? But we'll have to go with this. Pardon, my throat is still pretty froggy, but I didn't want to continue to delay putting out any more videos, so we'll just have to do it with our manly voice. Rawr.
Strike one. Council intel indicates
Alright,
the aliens are
first thing we're seeing is that there is a pretty easy
time is running short. We need
bomb
to
disposal
locate
bit right here.
disarm that weapon before they're able to finish priming it.
Our sensor readings indicate that the device is some sort of priming mechanism. The aliens are transferring power from it directly to the bomb itself. Disabling this power node should give you more time to find and disarm the explosive.
New objective received.
So the first thing we did was we triggered the Thin Man. Since we have limited squad sight here, we might actually be able to get him. 75% chance to hit with a flank. Man, that's lovely. Let's do it. Oh, so close. That's okay though. I think we can clear him up with an HE grenade from here, and that will help. That's a pretty long shot.
On my way.
We'll see if we got it. The answer is no.
It seems you've bought yourself some time, but you still need to hurry.
Still, I might be able to clean this up if I use a shotgun. 8% chance from this distance, not a surprise, but I was expecting that. Yeah, getting it with the pistol is not that much better, but we'll try it. Okay, it was worth the effort. HE grenade obviously not going to reach, so now what we have to do is figure out a way to just sort of settle down in this position. That's looking pretty good. That's lovely. This is also going to be lovely. We're going to just overwatch all these people in the back that can't be seen. And we'll see what that Thin Man does. It's clearly flanked, so odds are it's not going to take a shot. Yep, it's pulling back. That's really good for us. Yeah, it's not the perfect thing, but it's still pretty good for us. And we still got overwatches up, so we might even be able to get some damage on these sectoids. Alright, they scatter. They're scattering to the right side. That means that we can get some pretty nice flanks on them if we try pretty hard. First things first, let's see if we can see that Thin Man. We have a flank on him. We have a flank on the sectoid in the back. Not quite the same thing. Marksman Rifle. You say you have that sectoid, but you don't. Okay. Interesting. So that's going to be okay for us. So the main issue that I'm having here is that I have a thin man in the back here somewhere, and he's going to be a problem. Somebody that I might not be able to deal with if I'm not careful. Let's push forward, see if we can get that squad sight going. Okay, now I can actually get the squad sight shot on the... that's not the commander, but it is the guy in the back. Let's see if we can take that. Alright, Marksman Rifles, not doing their job, but we're still okay here. I'm seeing some pretty obvious shots from this direction. There's the 69. Oh, man. Just nobody can hit that guy. Even though he's way, way back. We need to keep triggering bomb nodes, so we're going to go ahead and throw that one down. From here we can pretty easily put a bomb on this car and increase the chance that it explodes. We don't have sappers, so it's probably not going to be all that much damage. And it's on fire. That's not bad. Okay, let's get along the left side here. I can see, but I can't quite deal with that one. Let's just put a little more damage on that car and see if we can blow it up. Would have been lovely. But we don't have it. I think at this point any further interaction of that kind is not going to go well for us, so we're going to just throw our smoke grenades down. Maybe our flash. I can pistol that sectoid in the back, but that's not really going to work for me. Looks like I can flash... Did it give me an option to flash that? I saw him flash red, which was very strange because I don't have that kind of range. Alright, well, that's fine. So, I think I want this guy on Overwatch or hunkered down. Yeah, I think I definitely want him hunkered down. We're going to put these two down here. Get smoke up on the two guys and have cover. Then we can set this guy on Overwatch or hunker him down. I think hunkering down is going to be the correct option. The aliens get some decent shots at us, but they're all pretty minimal. Goes for side panic. If this chain panics, this is going to be really problematic for us, but looks like we just got the one. And they both parked themselves on the burning taxi cab, so this stands pretty good chance of working out for us. Okay, one dead. That's sectoid on Overwatch, which is never a good thing. Can't quite reach him with the... Quite reach him. Let's see here. So we could move along this half cover point. If we could... Oh, well, that's not actually going to work, is it? So it's got 65 aim. That's cutting 70%. And I've also got half cover here. So if I move along this point, then that would actually give me a pretty decent chance of dodging the Overwatch. What are my other options? I've got smoke up. That's another good way of negating that sectoid's cover advantage. And where is he sitting? He's sitting over there, so I do have half cover against him right here. Which means that if I push up here, I've got something like 40% on him. That combined with the 70% means that he's got a really low chance of getting hit by me. So let's try that. Oh, okay, but he can't even see me there. So if he can't see me there, that means that I have some options on moving up on him. Like this one. There we go. 24% chance to hit is pretty minimal. Still can't quite get the flashbang up, which is sad. We'll go ahead and take this shot just to see if we can clear that sectoid out quickly. Would be nice, but it's not. How close is this flashbang grenade? That's pretty close. Unfortunately, I've still got a thin man somewhere in the back that I need to deal with. And that's going to be problematic for me. Especially since I just can't get squad sight vision of this guy. I think we're going to have to push a little bit. That doesn't actually help me. Once again. Okay. I was hoping to trigger him, but it did not do the trick. Well, the sectoid has certainly stalled me for this turn.
I'm on it, Commander.
Push out to here, see if we can get that shot. There we go. 30%. We need to get him out of the way so that we can advance. You are in an especially not helpful position, and you need to be somewhere else. We may even have to back you up. We'll go for here.
Trying to pull back.
What are you up to, Sectoid? We don't have scouts right now, so we don't have a way to push through overwatches. But it looks like he's backing up even further, so we'll have some options. Next turn. Alright. Push forward. We can now see that thin man. We know he's not on overwatch, which means we can get a marksman rifle shot on him, provided we are very careful. There he is. That's a 67% chance to hit from here. And that's a good way to clear that thin man off the roster.
Affirmative.
With that done, we are safe to move along this side
Position confirmed.
and start getting set up for some really good stuff there. I'm a little hesitant to move any further than I have to here.
Eyes on target.
Oh. Just a tile or two difference in terms of triggering those guys. Okay, so now we have two sectoids on that side. First thing we can do is we can try and clear them both up right now, since they're both going to be flanked. Looks like that's a little too much to ask for, but give it a shot anyways. Oh, lovely. Down with the sectoid commander. So we're playing very aggressively here because we need to get to those bomb nodes, and we're not in the best position to do that. This will get us an opportunity at the bomb node up there. We have a sectoid up here that needs to be dealt with, and we need to overwatch in case that he tries to come for this guy. On that same note, this position, overwatch, just make sure that the sectoid doesn't come up on this side and shoot our engineer in the face. Okay, other sectoid's moving back, that's good, we want to scare him into submission. Sectoid's going to be moving sideways, and looks like he's on this side as well. That means we have both these guys in a place where we can deal with him. He also double moved, which means he's not on overwatch.
That bomb is going to reach full power any minute.
Yep, okay. Sectoid's got half cover against us, not a big deal. Let's get to this node here. Looks like we have a really minimal shot right there, which is kind of surprising. But I'll absolutely take it.
Good job, Strike One. That should buy us a few. Negative damage.
Go ahead and push this guy a little further forward. We're going to flashbang those sectoids up front, if we can.
Okay.
Marksman Rifle guy is moving forward. Normally I would love a squad sight sniper on this map, but
Excellent. That's
since it's
another one.
divided into two halves, it's kind of tricky to get shots, and since the thin men can drop just about anywhere, you can really get trapped. That's something you want to watch out for and really not try to deal with purposefully. Okay, so we know that there aren't any more sectoids on this side, which means that we should advance the guy with the grenades up forward as fast as we can, while the guy without them moves into a better position, gets that node, and let's say gets around over to here. No, wait. We really don't want to trigger anything on that right side just yet. Still, we do need to be a little bit further forward. Okay, last but not least, put to here. Let's get an overwatch up just in case. And we're going to flashbang this sectoid because he's too much of a threat. Get it as far back as possible so we might be able to hit anyone who's hiding in that direction. Alright, just the one disorient, which means there's still one sectoid out there who's a threat. However, we can push this one up if we want. I think we just need to reload. And Marksman Rifle. Oh, I meant to shoot this before I fired the flashbang. We'll try it anyways. Okay, so the flashbang was a total waste. Whoopsie daisies. Suppression coming from the far back sectoid, and we've got another pod trigger. 3. Everyone is hiding in this general area. So the good news is we know pretty much where everybody is at this point. This is a great position for an infantry to be in. Looks like we're not actually going to get anything out of it this turn. We have a little bit of breathing room because we have these 3 nodes to deal with. Oh, there's 4. That's excellent. Okay. Push up on this side. Reload. Push forward a little bit. Get into this position. And there are all of our missing sectoids. We're just going to hunker this guy down. Likewise for you. Likewise for you. These guys will leave an overwatch. Fast and mobile and aggressive. We're likely to trigger some psionic attacks because we're playing so defensively on this turn. But if we don't, all the better. And the sectoids really get a chance to camp today. There we go, Overwatch. A little sad that one missed.
Damn it.
Well, especially since you got such a great position out of it. Okay, so these sectoids are now hunkered. First thing I'm seeing is this looks like a pretty good spot. Yeah.
That's another power node.
Good way to set up, blow the crap out of everything. We want to blow both of those cars, so let's get the HE grenades on them now. And not doing a lot of damage where we want to deal it, but nonetheless. Got a 39% chance to hit in this low cover, and then we can reload.
Out of rounds. I'll get him this time.
I would really like to be able to get this next position, so we're going to need to flashbang over here. Can't quite do it with that guy. This is actually notably a little tricky because there's that sectoid right there. It looks like he can't run into any cover position that can flank us here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that flash. There's one sectoid unaccounted for.
Position confirmed.
There he
Looks
is.
like you found the bomb. Get over there and deactivate
And there's the
it.
bomb.
We have a new objective.
Alright, this one's gonna be all business.
Power node powered down.
From close range, we have a pretty good chance of taking down this sectoid. We could do a couple of different things here, but I think the best one is probably just going to be to get right up on top of this thing
Designated position.
and shoot that sectoid in the face. Low cover bonuser now. 98% chance. And he's out of the game. That's good, because he was definitely the only one who was capable of taking us out. We don't have a lot of options for opening up with this guy. Let's just get him along the side, get him overwatch. We'll hunker down behind this little cover. Keep forcing those sectoids to shoot at us. Okay. That's fairly good news for us. Oh no. That was just a pure lucky crit. Lean out shot from here. He had half cover against it. No, he had full cover from this truck, unless there was some sort of bug. Phew. That's just, yeah, there wasn't anything I could do about that. Unless I'm misinterpreting something. Lean out to this tile. It's flat, straight, so he does have the dividing line. Either the cover indicator was lying, or that was a phenomenally lucky crit. Well, I guess you can't win them all. As much as you'd really like to. Vengeance against that sectoid commander would be lovely. The reason he's getting that lucky crit is because of the mind merge, so that's part of the reason why that happened. What do we have in terms of smoke and flashes? Okay. So first things first, we're going to get up to here. We're going to toss a flash on these two. The reason we're going to do this first is because we're going to get this... oh, well, yeah, I guess we could have gotten onto the back of that anyways and still been fine. But it's useful. You, sir, are good where you're at. I want you to hit this guy. See if you can kill him. Oh, that would have been a nice bit of cleanup. But we can't quite do it. That's okay. So now we get in close. Or do we? Do we want to go over here? No, the sectoids could definitely close from there. Oh, Jolie's panicking, so this might have been way more aggressive than I needed to be. Oh man, I really don't want to take this spot again if it's somehow bugged. Oh, but we're fine on that front, because these two sectoids are flashbangs, so they don't have much of a chance of hitting anything. In that case, we might consider moving nice and close.
Position confirmed.
Just that one sectoid in the back, 44%. Clean it up. From there, this position is still okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Let's try and get revenge. Okay.
Damn it, enemy is still alive.
Sectoid on Overwatch, but he's still flashbang, so that Overwatch isn't going to count for much. It's in fact going to be really bad for him. I really wish I had a run and gun right now, but I don't. 30% on either of these guys. I like both of those options. Let's take that one.
Negative ammo.
Okay.
Spent.
Copy that.
Gonna go ahead and trigger that overwatch. It's still flash. 24% in the back. We're gonna still try to get this guy in the back.
Shot wide.
Reason for that is that if we can get a good enough amount of damage on him, or a really solid flashbang, then life will be solid for us.
On it.
Let's check this position out. 89% on this guy. I think that's good enough. Okay, cleaned him up. With that, we can get into this flanking position. This is also going to be a little bit of a risky shot. 88%. But it's clean. Okay. And since it's clean, we can start getting everybody into position. We have plenty of time to set up for those thin men.
Detecting an energy buildup in the area. That bomb is going to reach full power.
That bomb is going to reach full power soonish. Okay. Time to reload everyone.
Node is deactivated.
And we're gonna just go ahead and take all of these hardcover positions that the sectoids were abusing so wonderfully,
Moving out.
and we're gonna use them to our advantage.
We're green to go.
Zaraz tam będę. Świeże pestki w magazynku.
Am I missing a power node somewhere? Looks like we cleaned them all up. So, ideally what I'd like is... those positions are not good. We actually just need these things. Let's get everybody set up. Shotgunner, fill forward.
Reloaded.
Infantry is going to want these positions as well.
Copy that.
Oh, didn't realize that was a double move. Whoopsie daisies.
Position confirmed. I'm ready.
Who needs to be in the back? It's this rookie. Yeah, rookie's got... Oh no, this is an infantry. So, rookie with a flashbang. We want people who don't have any material left. That infantry's fine. Rookie's got a flashbang. Infantry obviously has what he needs. I think it's Wei who wants to be triggering this thing.
Yes, sir.
And with that done, we can get the infantry further forward. Probably up against this truck here. And we'll be ready to go. Anything else? I think this truck is going to be our big hold point. Whereas the... where do we want you? Probably along the left side. Alright, let's push you out. We're going to be a little bit spread, but that should be fine. We need to be a little bit spread.
Detecting an energy buildup in the area. That bomb is going to reach full power any minute now. Well done. Now you just need to eliminate any remaining hostiles.
Okay.
Track 1. You've got a wave of X-rays closing on
Get
your
the Marksman
location.
Rifle
Eyes
steadied
up.
and ready to go.
Objectives updated.
Watch. Infantrymen, I like your positions alright. Let's get the assault over here.
Tracking. Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Gonna cover pretty much as many bases as we can. Keep a nice concave. Alright. Here they come. One on top of that thing. Oh, woof.
Cholera pudło.
Shot wide.
Well, that didn't work out exactly as we planned it, but I think we can deal. So what are we looking at? 69% on that guy. This is an infantry shot, so Absolutely.
No, nie.
Try that again, I guess. One less Overwatch. 65% on this one. This is also an infantry? No, this is just a regular guy with a flashbang. There is a thin man in this area somewhere. He's not going to have a lean-out shot, so if we take this point, we should be fine. There we go. 100%. Good, cleaned up. I would love to get that shot, but I can't. Gonna need to make this shot. 65%. Go, go, go. Oh, that's problematic. What's it look like with a pistol? 33. I don't like that very much. Let's not do that.
Okay.
We don't have any better options. We gotta run. Alright, here we go. Okay. Well then. I think we get around the back here so that we can run and gun next turn. We overwatch here and hope the thin man moves. He is bailing. He's got a good position, but he didn't actually do what we really were worried that he was going to do. Can we get a flashbang on him? Oh, you sneaky, sneaky thin man. Got a 35% chance to hit from this distance. This is actually not too bad. Marksman Rifle? 45%. I'll take that shot. Would have been lovely to clean that up. Can we judge that thin man's range? I think I can't really tell. I'd really like to run around and just sort of finish him off that way, but alas, it is not to be. Can't back up. Around here. I could just get that one tile forward. I'd be very satisfied with taking that shot. But I can't, so I won't. Thin men have an aim of about 75. If I cut that by 70%, and then another 70%. It would be ideal. Alright, rookie. We're gonna take a run. I want to clean this guy up. Let's go. From the distance. You've sacrificed for your team, sir. And I do appreciate it. Right up in his face. We're not gonna screw around. And that was about as clean as you can expect a bomb disposal mission to go. Obviously the loss of the one operative to the lucky crit was, you know, not acceptable, but it did happen, and we can't really do anything about that. So to recalculate that, I believe the Mind Merge gives the sectoid a plus 30% chance to crit. You have a 10% or something along those lines if you have someone in hard cover. It might be 0%, honestly. So he had maybe a 20% chance to hit. it was not a high percentage chance that I was going to lose that operative, but it was a sectoid commander. It did have the mind merge for the extra crit, so sometimes bad things happen to us. In any case, we got out of that without everything going south, and that's what we really like to see. Bomb disposal mission is certainly no fun at all. Alright, one of the specs gets promoted to Lance Corporal. Close combat specialist seems like the obvious choice. Flush is not so great for assaults. Admittedly, they can do a lot of cool things with it because they have plenty of ammo in their shotguns, although that changes a little bit when laser shotguns get on the field. Steadfast is lovely. I mean, not panicking is always great on assaults, but I think Close Combat Specialist is still pretty hard to beat. It's very good at solving for situations that you wouldn't really want bad things to happen with. Free overwatches. You really can't argue with that. Okay. So.
We will be in touch, Commander.
We now have $200. And what we want to do with that $200 is entirely up to us. We have three options: a laboratory, a workshop, and a foundry. And honestly, I'm looking at the foundry right now. I think I want to get really early into, what's it called? The alloy project. I think I want to grab that as fast as I can. Make sure that I have just the best start possible. A workshop is obviously great, and let's see here. That may be my other choice. If I build the workshop right here, I can build the foundry underneath it. I don't have the materials to build improved alloy harvesting yet. So we can get the workshop now. 21 days. And then when that 21 days are finished, we'll have much better options for building new satellites. And that's actually fairly important. 17, 21 days. 21 days... Calculate that out. So we've got 13 days left in March. Oh, it's just not quite enough. If we'd gotten it just a little bit sooner, like say around day 14 of March, then it would save us on satellites, which would have been lovely. But as it is, it's not going to be that relevant until later. The other big bummer is that that particular mission, Bomb Disposal Council mission, is one of the only council missions that does not grant engineers. And engineers are something that we are desperately needing for our particular just launch strategy. So, you know, sad things happening, but we're doing okay for it. Alright, so the workshop's coming along. Alien weaponry, just about finished. Gonna see that done soon.
Commander, we have multiple reports of new abductions in progress. The locations are marked on the hologlobe.
And we have abductions in the United States. That will be our mission next round. Let's make one last check over, make sure everything's fine. Research is good. Our soldiers are fine. We have plenty of them. We don't have enough. We have absolutely no available. Looks like a Rocketeer will be off of spec in 1 hour. So we'll have one Rocketeer for this mission, which is almost next to worthless. But on the other hand, it is going to be a light abduction mission. Hilariously enough, we haven't seen a single scout or any sort of anything coming out of the aliens yet. They've just been running all of their abduction missions and council missions in a row. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to train rookies and specs soon. Yeah. Okay. And in terms of aircraft, we're doing fine. We have 5, yes. Might want to move one of these to Stinger missiles soon. Stingray missiles. But yeah. Okay. So, we will set up for that alien abduction mission, and that will be our next mission. And I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. I will be less froggy next time, and hopefully we will be seeing these videos with slightly greater frequency. See you next time.